This is Ultra Right, and today I'm going to make a video on how to use training mode. This is probably going to be a little bit longer of a video just because there's a lot to training mode. This is going to be a beginner guide, so I'm not going to go over every single thing or every single option that's in training mode, but I am going to try to cover what you need to know to level up your game. The first thing you need to know is that in training mode, on your move list, you can click on move list and it's going to show you all your moves, all your cameo moves, and everything. But at the bottom, you see there's an advanced view, and we're going to hit advanced view, and that's going to tell us our startup frames, our hit advantage, our active frames, the block advantage, the recovery, the flawless block advantage. There are some moves that might be -1 on block, but -10 on flawless block. And this is just going to tell us, it's going to tell us if it's a high, it's going to tell us the damage, it's going to tell us everything about the move that we need to know, right? So go to advanced view, and it's going to tell you everything. If you're like, oh, I wonder what that is on block, go there and just check it out. It tells you. Now, from here, we can also tag moves, right? So we can tag moves, and it's going to put them on the screen for us, as you can see, right under player one's health bar. It says Warrior Strike, Forces of Light, and Seek and Sanctuary, and it has the button notations. So if you're trying to work on a combo, you can literally just tag the whole combo string because you can tag up to 10 moves and then just use it as a guide, right? Or if you're trying to practice something and you want to set something up, it's good to know. And then we can go back in there and you can hold the tag button and it's going to remove all of them. So now we're going to go over practice settings, right? You can control if you want to be player 1 or 22, which is good if you want to switch while you're in the middle of training. You can switch your cameo in the middle of training. It's going to reload, but at least you don't have to go all the way back to the menu. Remember settings is good because it's going to remember all your settings. I always have this turned on. If not, you're going to have to come back here and you have to turn your frame data back on and everything else. So just have this on. Position is center, left or right, which means if you reset, so we're going to go right. I switched to cameo, that's why it's reloading. So if I hit right, it's going to put me on the right side of the screen, right? If I hit left and I reset, it's going to put me on the left side of the screen. And if I do center, it's going to put me in the center. The same with reset distance close is right here. You can do default, which is like where you start the match. And then you can do full screen, which will put you full screen. So this is just good if you're working on something. Maybe you're working on, like that into that or something. It's good to have those different positions. If you're working on a combo, then when you reset, you can just reset it to close. And then obviously position one, left or right. If you want to start on the left or the right, this is good for like when you're going for a corner combo, right? Because maybe you want to work on a corner combo on the left side of the screen, but if I'm in the position left and left side of the screen, it's going to put me in the corner. So if I was going to try a combo on the left side of the screen, I would want the position to be left, but my position, the reset position to be left side of the screen, but my position to be right, player one position, and it's going to put me right here. And then life percentage, you can put out whatever you want. I always have mine below fatal blow, just in case I want to practice combos. Player two, same as player one. Super meter, I have it as full normally. Cameo gauge, I have it as refill. It's just gonna, make sure I don't try to use too many cameos in a combo. It won't let me, but it'll refill after the combo's over. And then button log is important because if you see it as on the left side of the screen, you're going to see that, it's gonna, whatever I do, it's gonna record. And this is good because you wanna know that you're doing the right inputs. So if you're messing up something, come in here is a pretty solid option and look in just to make sure you have the right inputs. And then A damage text is going to tell you the damage of the moves. Frame data, I always have both on, right? And this is just going to tell me you see the two bars in the bottom. Let me reset this to center. And it's going to tell me when I hit them, it's going to tell me, all the frame data about the move that I'm using. So those are all for practice settings. So opponent type is really important, right? So opponent type, you have custom dummy, and under custom dummy, you can set the block mode, right? You can have them block all, which means they're just going to block everything, right? They're going to block no matter what I do, overhead, low, they're going to block it. Auto means that they're going to block until my combo stops, right? That didn't combo. So if you're working on combos, instead of having to look at the combo meter on the left that says how many hits it is, you can just set it to auto, and if it's not a true combo, they're going to block. And you know you dropped your combo. A stance means that they're going to block whatever they're doing. So right now, Lee May's standing, right? So a low's going to hit her. But highs, overheads, and mids won't. Now, if I have her crouching, duck, and block mode stance, now she's not going to block overheads, right? But she's going to block lows and she's going to block mid, and obviously highs are going to go over her because she's ducking. Stance hold. So your opponent will hold block in their current state. So this is good. Like, let's say you wanted to do duck, but stance hold, right? Like, if I have stance hold, which means that she's going to duck, but she's going to hold block the whole time. So now highs ain't going to go over her. So now you can practice, pressure and stuff like that. So that's the difference between stance hold and stance. Stance, she's still going to block all the low attacks if she's ducking, but highs will whiff. Stance hold, she's going to block all the highs attacks. But overheads are still going to hit her. Up block is if you want her to up block, and she's just going to up block all your overheads, right? Random attack means that she'll just block random attacks, right? So she's just going to block randomly. Like, she might block the first attack of a string, but not the rest. Like right there, right? And that's random attack. It's good if you want to work on like, oh, you blocked my first string, but you didn't block my second and third hit, so I'm going to go for a combo. Or if you just want to work on single hit confirms, you can do that, depending on how good you are. And then random combo, which means that she's randomly going to block a combo. But when she does block, she's going to block the whole combo. So if I do 1, 2, 4, she's always going to block that. Or she's always not going to block it. And this is good when you want to practice hit confirms, right? Because a lot of times on hit, you want to go into a combo. And on block, you don't want to go into a combo. So if she's blocking, you're not going to do your combo. And if it hits, you're going to do your combo. And that's really good at practicing hit confirms. And then off means, she's just not going to do anything and you can just beat her up all day. So movement mode, you have stand, you have duck, jump. She'll jump if you want to practice anti-airs. Jump forward, if you want her to jump towards you. Jump backwards if you want her to jump backwards. And that's it. And then you can set the throw escape, which means that, if I go to tech her, she's going to escape the throw every time. And then breaker mode, which means that she is going to break the combo. So now we're going to get into get up. You can make it so she delays her wake up, or she'll do a regular wake up, or random if you want to practice, a meeting when she's going to wake up. Get up mode, random, which means that she will perform one of the attacks selected in the settings below. So let's just say like this, she's always going to do a random attack, right? Or she's not, and sometimes she won't. So sometimes she's going to do an attack, and then sometimes she's just going to stand up. And then you can have it off or on, which means that she's always going to do a wake-up attack. There we go. So she's always going to do some type of wake-up attack. And then that was a get-up attack random. So get-up attack is the attack she's going to do. You have a random attack, which means she'll do whatever. But you can set it to specific things, right? Like I can set it so she's going to do her ER or her armored move, you know, so I can practice, you know, blocking it and punish it and stuff like that. And then reversal is the same as, sorry about that. Reversal is the same as get up, but it's off a block, right? So you have all the same options, either turn reversal mode on or random, and then you can set it to attack. And get up is when they're getting off the ground, and reversal is, you know, after they do a block string. Or this is also good for if you want to see if something has a gap. You can set Lee May. I set Lee May to do her reversal, her armored reversal, and every time there's a gap, she's gonna punish it. But even if I just do like one button, she's gonna do a reversal on block. And then that is really all there is for custom dummy. But now we're going to do the playback recording. This is the #1 thing that's going to help you and that you need to learn to use. Sorry about that. I need to get a drink. Now, we can record our opponent doing just random stuff, right? So we can also make it so your opponent will block. So let's say I have it to block all, and I'm going to record in the one slot, right? Lee May's always going to block. So if I do this, you know, she's going to block. But this is good for recording situations, right? Let's say I want to practice blocking something that's punishable, or I want to work on up blocking a move, right? I'm going to do Lee May's instant air, and then I'm going to have her play it back, and I'm going to work on up blocking it, right? And then, since I up block it, I can now punish it, if I can do it correctly. Oh my gosh, I'm bad. There we go. And then I can practice punishing it, right? So it's good for stuff like that, setting up different situations. Maybe you want to set up a situation where she comes in and she jabs, or she comes in and she throws, and then you work on tech in the throw, right? So you can record up to 4 moves, and you can play them back with the right stick, which means, let's just say I have 4 moves recorded. I can play them back with the right stick, which means that at the top, if I hit up on the right stick, she's going to do move #1. If I do right, she's going to do #2. If I hit down on the right stick, she's going to do the 3rd attack. And if I hit left, she's going to do the 4th attack. So if you're just setting up 4 different situations and you just want to practice them individually, this is something good to have. You can also set it to auto, which means that the recordings are going to play in order. So, as you can see, it's just going to go around the top. If you see the top diamond, it's going to go from 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's just going to keep on doing that over and over again. And that's good if you just want to, you know, have an order to the situations. And then random, which means she will randomly do the attacks, but it's still going to show you which attack is coming at the top. So if you don't want to know what attack is coming or which recording is coming, then you can do random hidden, And as you can see at the top, the 1, 2, 3, 4, it's all blacked out. So you don't know what's coming. And this is just really good for practicing different situations. If you want to practice to react into something, if you want to practice duck go essent and stuff like that. And that is all the playback triggers. Just like I said, you can have your opponent in playback mode do all the flawless block, random, normal, and stuff like that. And then movement, stand. Let me. All right, so then I can have my opponent duck, right? I can have my opponent duck. Or I can have him jump. So in playback mode, I can have my opponent jumping in playback mode. I can have my opponent ducking in playback mode. I gotta enter playback mode, my bad, y'all. All right, so I can have a duck in and then, practice different things. Training mode is super important. So now, in the custom dummy, we talked about reversals and get-ups, right? You can set your own get-up or set your own reversal. So like, let's say I want to get up reversal 1, 2, right? That's what I want to do when I get up reversal or reversal. I'm going to record Lime doing 1, 2, and then I will go back to custom dummy. I'm going to go to get up mode, and I will go to on, and then I will go to recording. And, oh, never mind, hold on. That was get up mode. I got to turn this off. So get up mode, and when she gets up, she's going to hit 1, 2. And that's how you can set up your own custom wake up attacks. The same works with reversals, right? I already recorded it because it's a get up and reversal setting. So then I can go down to reversal mode, turn that on, and then go over to recording and, oh no, I gotta have her blocking this time, my bad. And she's going to uh, do a reversal 1, 2. This is good because, Lime has gaps. So you can see what you can punish with the jab. You can literally just have set Lime or set your opponent to do a specific attack on reversal, and this is how you're going to tell if something's jab punishable. And those are the main things that you should know about training mode, right? It's good to learn combos and all that stuff, but it's good to learn the game and it's good to learn situations. I know this is a long video and it's probably my longest video, and I didn't plan on it going this long, but I really do hope that this helped you. I know it was a lot of information. If there was anything that I did not cover, please let me know and I can make corrections, cover it in another video, or if there's something that you didn't understand. I appreciate the support, y'all, and have a great day.